Gators' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The Ducks offense will get first crack at it here. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Setting up the screen. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. This is game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Florida's offense taking the field for a chance we have to see them today. And Jesse, if there is an old warhorse, a real war daddy in the training facility. Here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this. Because of that guy, and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career, a lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low, and so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
The Gators can really attack on this second and short. They'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Lost a throw on first down. Flags it out of the air. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone cover.
Always got some space. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, that's a great job working through his progression. The first guy he wanted to throw to wasn't open. He was able to kind of get through it. And lo and behold, there's a guy wide open. Nobody near him. It's a big play for the offense.
Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's got it on the move. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Well, started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Leaves it with the running back. Can't get him to the ground. Strong run and a pickup of 5 out to the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He'll try the left side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker
looking downfield on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got...
There he goes! He's at the 50. 30. At the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Michigan State dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Connor Cook-led sporty teams that won Big Ten titles in 2013 and 2015.
Continues to fight for yards. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. That's caught. It's Cobb. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. He'll pull it on the read. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Might be changing the route. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. this offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. On the direct snap, it's Lindsey. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Their offseason just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career out.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage forcing that incompletion.
Handoff from the gun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Got it set up on the outside. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Murray. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Here comes the heat. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the ball comes to rest right there.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. We're able to get downfield. And now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Finds a man on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. What a nice job just finding a spot downfield and lofting it in there perfectly.
And you see quarterbacks and receivers do that all the time, right? All summer, throwing the ball in air, throwing the ball in air. Why? Because I know exactly where he's going to be right when I get my back foot in the ground to throw the football. You could tell he knew exactly how much touch to put on that ball to make a big play down.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wide receiver but can't get the feet down in bounds.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Might be calling a hot route. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That's caught. It's Lindsay. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that 1st down marker. 4th down coming. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab past the marker. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The short hands, it's Lindsay. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Zings it complete to the right. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Gators started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now, and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. North Carolina was able to finish off a close one in Chapel Hill. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. One team will rise in the ACC standings, while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Look out, he's got room. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. The Ducks line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And it'll be down right there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've been outstanding here in this 1st half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great 1st half. I'm going to get more. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. He got a timeout here late in the 1st On fourth down, looking to pass. Got his man. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. And the Gators will hustle to the line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback now breaking the field. He holds it in, and nobody's close. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. A shot toward the end zone. And he makes the catch inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got a first and goal from the 6. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
From inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Rushes on him. Finds his tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
He'll toss it. Breaks into the open. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game. And you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Gators lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Florida! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Morris. He was looking for a lot more on that when instead he's out of bounds at the 14. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off play action. With the catch, it's caught. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Gators! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single. With 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Makes the catch. It's popped. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He'll do it himself. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man, or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
On third down, he drops the throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. The Ducks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's looking to throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Oregon! Fit it in the window for the score.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Lining up to add another. Right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Western Michigan rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Now the play fake. Quick strike complete. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Turning it on! Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Thanks for grab. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wants to go up top on first down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer. They were able to get the sack.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And they fail to hook up on third down. And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense...
Oh, he's got some space. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Using his legs, it's Stone. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The RPO fired complete to the left. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 20, he's got space. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Gator!
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And the returner will be brought down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Right back to him on the ground. I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gets it out quickly. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end. especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Throwing right. Finds his man. It's Cooper. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Gators are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Dog.
You gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a quarterback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated. Now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Gators are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Grab behind the line. It's Shields.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now.
Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Gators with the first and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here. But the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on fourth and goal. They'll go to the air. Here's a heat. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Virginia Tech delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not like the way Logan Thomas, Tyrod Taylor, and the great Michael Vick used to do it. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll run it to the right side. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Safe little shovel pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking the run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's first and 10 from the 16. Quickly complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying play action. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough back to that.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Absolutely perfect. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They pick up half of it. It'll be second and 5.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
And the Gators come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Finds a little space. He now has 85 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, there
he goes. Got the first down and more. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter. You're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
This time it's complete. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll try to power their way in. And that is how we will wrap this one up. That was hardly a performance worthy of a #1 team in the country, and now they have to look themselves in the mirror and see if they can get this thing right.
Yeah, they got hammered. This was not competitive. This was a bad performance. And the committee watches every single week. And being the #1 team in the country, obviously you got some pressure on you, but this squad's got to perform better. They got to show up, man. This was an embarrassing loss. And, Jesse, they're going to have to get some things fixed if they want to go try to compete for the ultimate prize.
I think the problem, if you're the head coach of this former #1 team, is that you've got a lot of problems to solve. What went wrong? Because they never even showed up. They didn't even look motivated in this game, and they got dominated in all 3 facets on the field. This isn't just a one-solution fix. There are a lot of question marks now. They're going to be revolving around this program, and a lot of doubters now from the outside. A lot of that energy is going to start seeping in.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.